Hi guys, and welcome to yet another double snus review here at Stiff Upper Lip with me, Andreas. And if you've always wanted to be like a Swedish lumberjack, then Grov is the brand for you. Whoa, there we go. I have reviewed the Grov Lös version, and as I said there, this brand originated in northern Sweden, but the recipe was later developed in Stockholm, the capital of Sweden. So how did that happen then? Well, there was one guy, I think he started in Stockholm, and then there was a second guy, they worked together. The second guy came from Umeå, which is quite far up north in Sweden, and that guy actually later took over the company, and this happened in the mid 19th century, and so he had these ideas with him, and then they developed the recipe in Stockholm, and Groov actually became really popular up in northern Sweden. It's always been considered a I don't know, lumberjack, or like a hardcore Swedish snus, this one, because it's Grov means coarse or something like that. It is coarsely ground, this one, but it's also kind of bold in taste and character. So there are 5 different Grov snuses on the market at the moment. The oldest one, I think it's the trademark actually started in 1872, but the loose snus came in 1915, and then, like always, much later came the portions, and this is the first portion that came out, Grov Portion, in 1983, I believe. Later came the white portion, and there's a strong portion that's really new, 2013, and then the very newest of them is Grov XR, part of the XRange. I think it was released in January 2016, so it's almost brand new, this one now. So I've tried the loose, and I think because I wanted to try the original portion, I thought it would be really exciting to compare it with the XR range, because they should be the closest of them, I believe. I have tried this. I have not tried the XR. Quite excited about this. So as you may know, I've tried the salmiak, the general salmiak in the X-Range series, and the Göteborg's Rapé. Göteborg's Rapé, I didn't think it lived up to the original one. But why they're doing this in the first place is they're taking out the characteristics of this XR series, so creating a new series with like a Grov, Göteborg's Rapé, and so on. And they're going to keep building that range, rather than hiding them in the specific original series. And the reason for that is they say here, like, next generation snus. Here we go. Long lasting, slim large portion, minimal drip. So they're all slim portions. Some of them are white, some are original portions. This one is an original portion, why it's also good to compare it to the original here. But lower drip, so it's less moisture in them as well. And this one, the original one, has 24 portions. The XR has 21 portions. The portions are full 1 gram in the original and 0.9 in the XR. Then when it comes to the nicotine, they're actually almost identical per portion. They put a little more in this one, but because the portions are smaller, they both come to around 8.5 milligrams per portion, these ones. So the XR is cheaper. So that's one of the reasons they created this new series, to be competitive in the mid-price range, while this one is a full-price snus. So yes, there is less content in this one, but I kind of worked out that still it is a cheaper snus, so you're not being completely fooled by the price and getting less content. I think it is a little bit cheaper, also depending on where you buy it, of course. This one is dirt cheap at Snus 24, for instance, and they carry the whole range of Groov as well. So yes, it's a cheaper snus than this. So how will it hold up in the competition here, in the comparison? We'll soon find out. Large catch lid on the XR. Large catch lid on the original. So very similar here. I'm going to open the original first. Yeah, they're looking very sort of old school, traditional, full-size portions there, 1 gram portions. While the XR, they don't look quite as moist and they are slim. XR, original. There you go. And now, oh, I can smell it already. I'll start with the one I'm familiar with, the original one. I love this stuff. This is so nice. It's really bold. It's quite woody, tobacco-centric. It just feels coarse. It's like the name Grov, coarse. It just works with this one. It doesn't have bergamot. Now, for the first time ever, I will smell the XRange Grov. It is slightly different. Maybe a little sweeter, but it's close. I think it should have sort of almost like a tarry. I can smell that. Sort of woody, tarry, full-on tobacco. The XR comes through a little bit less because it's also a little bit less moist. So we'll see how it develops under the lip. It's like Christmas again. I'm going to go through both of these. Fantastic. Rock and roll. To capitalize even more on the image that Groov already had, a couple of years ago, Swedish Match released a snus that they called Motorhead. And they got the band Motorhead to promote the snus for them. And what snus was that? Well, it was actually Groov. So that's the image this snus has. So first I will talk about the portion, the original portion. It's very robust, it's very smoky, it has the woodiness. It does not have the same salt content as the loose version, but the loose version is heavier on the tobacco side. Here you do get tobacco, and it's quite complex with the smokiness and a little bit of tarriness as well. Sometimes I actually picked up a little bit of like an Ettan tobacco quality, so it's definitely good tobacco in here, blending well with all the other elements, and it has a little bit of sweetness to it from the geranium flower, but it's not too much in this one. It's blending well with the tobacco, but it does provide a little bit of sweetness, but there's a complexity there. So more, in one way, more bold than the loose, because the loose is sort of focusing a little bit more on the tobacco side. Here, smoky, heavy. And it's actually one snus that, I mean, nowadays I often double barrel. This one I don't want to do that with because it's really satisfying just to have one. It's so full and intense in the taste. So how does it compare with the XR? Or rather, how does the XR compare to the original? Well, I think this is really successful for its price. I can straight away recommend this one. I don't think it's quite as good, but it is pretty close. It has a little bit more sweetness, so I think maybe they're possibly using different tobacco to make it cheaper, because I don't get that same sort of Ettan quality on the tobacco. Instead, it goes a little bit sweeter, so it has the geranium coming through more. But it's never really cloying, and neither of these are, I mean, they're not sweet snuses. It's still really bold, definitely still has a lot of the smokiness coming through also in the XR. But a little bit more on the geranium side, and you take away a little bit of the complexity and take away a little bit of the tobacco. Still very good snus, the XR, but I would say that the Groov is one step ahead. So for the rating, I'm gonna go a strong 7.5 out of 10 on the XR, and it's 8 or 8.5. Gotta make up my mind right now on this one. I gave the loose 8, but it was a very early review as well. This one you can sort of suck on more. It's a different feel. It's even more robust in a way. It's a different way of using it, much like Ettan, Portion and Lös. So I really like this one. I might prefer the strong even more, actually. I'll get to that one day. But it really is up there. I really enjoy it. I'm gonna give, for the original one, okay, I'll give it 8, but it's a very strong 8. There you go, out of 10. So there you go, that's the comparison of the two Grovs there. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next review, I hope. And please subscribe if you like my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.